Hey everybody, LifeByMazak here. I am a psychic medium and I do or provide most of my services, or all of my services rather, over at the Red Feather Healing Spiritual Shop over in Universal City. Great place, you should come by and check us out. Lots and lots of retail, lots of products, lots of great practitioners, including me. Anyway, I'm there 4 days a week on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Every now and then I have to change it up, but that's my normal days. And I provide a number of services, but one of the ones that I really enjoy doing, and I don't know if it's entirely my favorite, but it's certainly near the top, is to do past life regressions for people. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that doubt that past lives or that we live over and over, we repeat lives, but I can tell you from personal experience that whatever I have seen in all the lives that I've looked at is certainly very real to me. And much of it I can actually document and go back and look at and see that, oh gosh, well, even if I wasn't that guy or that person certainly existed and did exactly what I saw. And there's a couple schools of thought about it. One being that we actually do have past lives or lives that we continue to live many times over in the soul evolution, and then there's another school of thought that we may be simply just encoded in all of our complex, high capacity DNA to know or be linked to everything that there is to know. We may just be a walking history of the cosmos, and we just simply figure out how to tune into that and those imprints and those memories. I can't entirely say, but no matter how you look at it, no matter how you get the experiences or relive those or relook at those, they certainly help change your lives, because there's a lot of things that from past lives that carry over or become fears or traumas or issues in this life that don't necessarily relate to this life. It makes a lot of sense sometimes, because I've done past life regressions for lots of people, and one example might be that, in this life, they are extremely deathly afraid of drowning or being in the water. But in this life, they have no reason or no experiences that would relate to that fear. When we go back in and look at other lives, it turns out that they may have drowned in another life. And so sometimes we come into this life with some things that are not necessarily completed or resolved, and so they just come on over here and affect us in this life. And so what's really nice about looking at past lives is that once you learn that a lot of the things that you're worried about or you have issues with that are not necessarily yours to bear anymore, that really tones down and sometimes even eliminates a lot of those issues. So, like I said, no matter whether we're connecting to an imprint or we're actually revisiting past lives, really, to be honest, it doesn't matter, at least to me. As long as we're learning from it and we're able to heal some of the things in this life, is really important. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks that there's past lives or believes that there's past lives. I think in America, we're probably one of the few countries that doesn't hold to that philosophy. Almost every other country, I believe, it's firmly rooted in their belief system, in their religious practices and everything. And so I'm not saying that they're all right and we're wrong or either way, but I think it's a really nice modality to look at and path to healing. And even the great American psychic Edgar Cayce, right? Most of you guys have probably heard about him, but I am studying him for class right now. Although I've looked at it before, what really stuck out to me this week as I read is that he was firmly in the belief of past lives, and every time he, um, let's see, did his thing, for lack of a better word, and connected into the spirit world, and um, he validated all the time past lives. And so I'm not saying that I'm throwing out 100% proof, but certainly there is a lot of compelling evidence. I mean, I could tell you story after story of clients and other research I've looked at. However, um, this weekend there was a fair at the store, and uh, normally during fairs I advertise for past life regressions, and I really haven't gotten that many of them. But this weekend I had two on Saturday, and uh, quite surprised for me, but a lot of fun. And I had a couple of wonderful young ladies come and have that done. But one of them had this experience that I've never seen or experienced during a past life regression or hypnosis or any of that. And so, in past life regression, at least my modality, I bring everybody to the final day of death, last day, to see how they died, perhaps what it was like at the end for them, and what kind of lessons they can look back at, those kind of things. And most of the time it's anticlimactic, so to speak. Other times it's quite dramatic. But this one of the young ladies from this weekend had an experience that I haven't walked anybody through before. And so as she got to the final day of death, it was interesting because she started to describe that white light, that beautiful white light that we all hear about in near-death experiences, right? Those people that have died and come back, per se. And she started to describe this white light as all this beautiful love and this warmth, and she was just, in this regression, she was just kind of staring at it. She didn't know what to do with it. So I decided, let's walk through it. I said, I tell you what, let's follow this white light and the calling you're getting. And she walked through this path, and on the other side of the white light was this. She had a hard time describing it, but this huge, beautiful place. And I think there's a couple of things from this that really stood out. And one was that she said, I feel like I just have this tremendous burden and this weight lifted off of me as I leave my body, as I walk through this light and connect to this wonderful love. And she says, the other thing that really stood out to me is she said, this is really just the beginning. This is not the end. This is just a new beginning. And of course I'm not offering you guys any solid proof that past lives exist or we go on to other lives. But I can tell you, out of all the years I've done this, I've never seen this from a client. And it was very compelling and very moving for me. And I'm sure for the client as well. And anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit tonight, guys. And I think everybody should at least try a regression at some point or another. They're so much fun. And really, it's not scary. It's like watching a movie, and to probably quell a little bit of concern. Really, it's not me or any other practitioner with this method anyway, telling you what past lives I'm seeing for you. Not that doesn't happen, but with the practice that I picked up and learned, basically I'm the guide that walks you through what you already know at some deep subconscious level. So it's not coming from me at all. I'm just the one that facilitates the path, walks you through it, and I actually record it so you can listen back at it. But it is, there's a tremendous amount of lessons to learn from it. Healing happens. Just so many things that come from this that it's just so awesome. Doesn't hurt. Anyway, so I encourage you guys to check it out. Anyway, you can check out my website if you're interested in looking at this or any other modalities. My website is LifeByMazak.com. So life by LifeByMazak.com. And there's a booking page and there's a services page. There's a lot of explanations there. So anyway, even if you just want to reach out and maybe give me a text and see what kind of pathway we really need to look at, then that's fine too. Anyway, I really look forward to hearing from you guys, and have an awesome day.